This video is for anyone who wants to make friends but feels held back by shyness, social anxiety, awkwardness, or thinking they have nothing in common with other people. By the end of this video, you'll learn 7 simple tips to become more sociable and break through your barriers. With these tools, you'll be surprised how easy it becomes to meet new people and start conversations. Tip No. 1. Becoming social is easier than you think. Social anxiety isn't a flaw, it's natural. Your brain developed it to keep you safe. Long ago, being accepted by your group meant survival. That nervous feeling before talking to someone new, it's your brain protecting you. Even confident people feel this. The difference is they understand it and use it. Once you realize it's normal and helpful, social anxiety loses its power. Think of your fear as a guide. When you feel it, it's telling you to pay attention and be cautious. This doesn't mean being negative, but rather understanding that everyone has challenges. You're not alone. Accept your social anxiety as a normal part of being human. This frees you from shame and allows you to focus on growth. Every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. Imagine your confidence as a muscle. The more you practice being social, the stronger it gets. So don't get discouraged by setbacks. Keep trying and you'll see improvement over time. Remember, growth takes time and effort. There are no shortcuts to building confidence. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. Tip number 2. Social skills are like muscles. Social skills grow just like physical muscles. The more you practice, the stronger they become. Start small. Think of each eye contact, question or story as a repetition, like lifting weights. Don't try to become super social overnight. Begin with short, 5-minute chats. Build slowly. Even the most confident people started as beginners. Every conversation helps you grow. Imagine your social skills as a muscle that needs to be worked out regularly. Just like you wouldn't expect to become physically fit without exercise, you can't expect to become socially confident without practice. Start with small, achievable goals, such as saying hello to a neighbor or striking up a conversation with a coworker. As you gain experience, you'll start to feel more comfortable and confident in social situations. Remember, consistency is key. It's better to have several short conversations throughout the week than one long conversation once a month. Over time, you will notice that your social skills are improving, and you will feel more confident in your ability to connect with others. Tip No. 3. The 70-30 listening rule. Great conversation isn't about talking, it's about listening. Let others speak 70% of the time. You speak 30%. When people talk about themselves, their brain releases feel-good chemicals. Listening deeply builds connection. Real listening means focusing on their words and emotions, not planning your reply. People will feel truly heard, and they'll want to know more about you in return. Think of conversations like a dance. You don't want to monopolize the floor the whole time. It's important to give your partner space to shine. When you listen more, you show the other person that you care about what they have to say. And when they talk, their brain releases happy chemicals. This makes them feel good and more likely to listen to you in return. So aim to let the other person talk for about 70% of the conversation. In this case, 70-30 means 70% of the time they talk. 30% of the time you talk. It may seem like a lot at first, but it's easier than you think. Just let the other person lead the conversation and ask follow-up questions to show that you're listening. After all, people love to talk about themselves and what's on their mind. Give them the opportunity and they'll appreciate it. Tip number 4. The question funnel. Instead of asking the same old questions, be curious. Every person is like a book with many chapters. Most people stop at the cover. You can go deeper. Ask better questions like, what was the most interesting part of your day? Or what inspires you lately? Real curiosity builds real connection, and it also reduces your anxiety. You stop focusing on yourself and start exploring others. This tip is all about asking smart questions to keep conversations going and get to know people better. Think of it like a funnel. You start with broad questions at the top and then ask more specific ones as the conversation deepens. For example, if you ask someone what they do for fun, they might say they like hiking. You could then ask what trail they hiked or how often they go. These questions show that you're interested and help you learn more about the person. Remember, people love to talk about themselves and their interests, so ask questions that encourage them to share. Plus, when you focus on others, you will feel less anxious because you're not putting pressure on yourself to come up with the perfect response. Tip No. 5. Everyone has 3 versions of themselves. Every person has who they think they are, who others think they are, who they truly are. Understanding this makes you more patient and less judgmental. When someone seems rude or cold, you might just be seeing one of their versions, not their true self. Be gentle with others and with yourself. Think of each person as having 3 different selves. The first is their public self, the image they project to the world. The second is how others perceive them. The third is their true self, which may differ from both of those. It's important to keep this in mind because people aren't always what they seem. They may be having a bad day or dealing with problems you know nothing about. So be patient and understanding. Also, remember that you have 3 selves. 2. Sometimes you might seem confident when you feel shy, or you might feel frustrated, but put on a smile to hide it. Understanding this helps you reflect on how others might view you and encourages you to be genuine. Tip number 6. The question funnel and memory trick. Start with basic questions, then move to opinions. Finally, ask about feelings or experiences. Example: what do you do? Why did you choose that? What's the hardest part of it? As they answer, imagine placing details into rooms in a house. Later, you'll easily recall things like, did you finish that book? How was your trip? People love when you remember the little things. This tip combines 2 powerful techniques to make conversations easier and help you remember details. First, the question funnel. You start with easy questions like, what do you do? Then you dig deeper with questions about feelings and opinions. This guides the conversation naturally. Second, the memory trick. As the person talks, imagine placing their answers into different rooms in your mind. This helps you organize and remember what they said. Later, when they ask, how are you? You can respond with an update from one of those mental rooms. For example, I finished that book you recommended. The ending was so surprising. This shows you've been listening and it's easy to recall details this way. Remember, people love when you pay attention and bring up past conversations. It makes them feel valued and it makes conversations smoother. Tip number 7, the echo effect. We naturally mirror people when we feel connected. If someone speaks softly, lower your voice. If they lean in, you lean in slightly too. Don't mimic just a line. It builds trust. Even matching their pace or energy level makes a big difference. These micro adjustments tell their brain, you're safe with me. This tip is all about subtly mirroring the person you're talking to. Subtly is the key word here. Don't copy them exactly. Just make small adjustments to match their body language and energy. For example, if they cross their arms, you can cross yours too. Or if they speak quietly, you can lower your voice as well. This is called the echo effect because you're reflecting back what they're doing, but don't overdo it. Just align with them naturally. Mirroring builds trust because it shows the other person that you understand and care about them. It's like saying, I'm on your wavelength, without actually saying anything. So use the echo effect to connect with others and make conversations flow more smoothly. Tip number 8, build social momentum. Like exercise, the hardest part is starting. You don't need to go to a party to say hi to a neighbor, chat with a cashier, smile at a coworker. These short, daily interactions build your social engine. Consistency beats intensity. A 5-minute chat every day works better than one 5-hour event a month. Remember, practice makes perfect. It's important to stay consistent with your social interactions even when you don't feel like it. Starting small will help you build momentum and eventually it will become easier to engage with others. Don't put pressure on yourself to socialize for hours on end. Instead, aim for short, frequent interactions. A 5-minute conversation with a neighbor every day can do wonders for your social skills compared to a 5-hour event once a month. How to talk to anyone. Most advice on social skills is outdated. Google can't teach you this stuff because it needs practice and examples. So let's dive in. Chapter 1. Thread conversations. Every sentence has many threads you can follow. I just got back from Japan. You can ask about the trip, the country, the reason for going, or what they're doing now, but don't do all the work. Your turn to share comes next. For example, that sounds amazing. What was the best part? They'll likely share more and you'll learn something cool. Also, use open loops. Mention something about yourself, like a story you don't finish, and come back to it later. This keeps conversations engaging and alive, like, you won't believe what happened to me. My son just started college. Remember when he was a baby and wouldn't stop crying? Now your listener is curious and will probably ask you to continue. And later, If the conversation lulls, you can pick up where you left off. Open loops, keep things interesting, and remind people there's more to you than meets the eye. Chapter 2. Use their words against them. This sounds a bit tricky, but it's simple. Let's say someone says they hate their job. You could change the subject, but why? Ask them about it. What's the worst part? By using their words, you show genuine interest and make it harder for them to shut down. People love to talk about things they're passionate about, even if it's negative. So lean into it and ask questions. It also helps you read their emotional temperature. Are they excited, calm, or upset? This approach works everywhere, from sales to relationships. It shows you care and are ready to listen. By using their words, you make it harder for them to dismiss you. It's like speaking their language, which leads us to our next point. Chapter 3. Speak their language. Imagine someone saying, "I'm a Yankees fan." If you know baseball, you could chat about the team. If not, you could still ask questions or steer the conversation elsewhere. Showing interest in what they love is a great way to bond. You don't have to pretend to love every topic, but showing curiosity goes a long way. Chapter 4. Mirror, but don't mock. Mirroring is copying another person's body language subtly. You don't want to mock them or look like a copycat. Just match their energy levels. Are they sitting back or leaning in? This mirrors their openness and builds connection. It's subtle support, like nodding while they talk or using similar hand gestures. People subconsciously mirror others in their social groups. It's a way to show you understand and are on the same page. Just don't overdo it. A few natural touches can make a big difference. Chapter 5. Handle tough questions gracefully. In sales, they trained you to handle objections, which is tough. You could argue or try to change their mind, but that's rarely effective. Instead, address their concerns. Honestly, that's a fair point. Let me explain. This acknowledges their feelings and lets you keep talking. Even if they don't buy, you'll have planted a seed for the future. Mastering this skill pays off in all areas of life, not just sales. Chapter 6. Follow the if-then rule. If you want to influence someone, give them reasons why and then show them how. Imagine someone's considering buying a product. Telling them it's good isn't enough. Explain why it's beneficial and show them using it. People care about benefits, not features. So explain how the product will make their life easier. Make it relevant to their needs. This approach works in all areas of influence, from parenting to teamwork. Tell people why your idea is great and show them how to do it. Chapter 7. Know when to interrupt. Interrupting seems rude, but sometimes it's necessary. If someone's dominating a conversation, politely excuse yourself to speak. Your needs matter too. Knowing when to step in or speak up makes conversations smoother. It shows you respect others, but you're not afraid to add your voice. Chapter 8. Stop trying to be liked. This advice might seem counterintuitive, but here's why it works. When you focus on being liked, you might censor yourself, avoid risks, or pretend to agree. Instead, aim to be respected and admired. Share your unique perspective, stand up for your beliefs, and show your skills. Being authentic and confident is more compelling than trying to please everyone. Yes, it's harder, but the results are worth it. This mindset shift can transform your relationships and success in various areas of life. Chapter 9. Context banking. During chats, store little facts, an upcoming trip, a challenge, an interest. Use those later to reconnect. How did your interview go? Or did you try that recipe? These natural check-ins show you care. This builds relationships without needing constant effort. It's like having social context bank. Whenever you're chatting, look for small details about the person. A mention of a hobby, an upcoming event, or even a small problem. These become context banks. Later, use these little bits of information to reconnect with them. Ask about their fishing trip or that new restaurant they wanted to try. Showing you remember makes people feel valued. Plus, it gives you topics to chat about without putting pressure on yourself to always start the conversation. Chapter 10. Vulnerability builds trust. To build trust, quickly, be a bit vulnerable. Say, "I was nervous too," or "I don't have it all figured out." This invites others to open up and makes them feel safer sharing. You don't have to reveal everything, just show your human side. This creates a space where both of you can be yourselves without fear of judgment. Trust is essential for deep connections. Being vulnerable is like taking the first step. Chapter 11. Emotional intelligence. Don't just pay attention to what people say, Watch how they say it. A high tone might mean excitement. A drop in energy could mean stress. Match their emotional state gently. If they're upbeat, mirror their energy. If they're worried, offer a calming presence. By sensing emotions, you connect better and respond appropriately. This is called emotional intelligence. It's a superpower for relationships and work. Chapter 12. Social context awareness. Every space has a vibe. A gym feels different than a library. A family dinner isn't like a work meeting. Learn to adjust naturally. Don't be fake, just flexible. This is called social fluidity. It's about reading the room and fitting in without losing your true self. Being aware of the social context helps you navigate different situations gracefully. Chapter 13. How to deepen connection. Meaningful connection doesn't happen instantly. It needs tending. Warm it up. Walk together. Create something. Solve a problem. These shared experiences build connection faster than words alone. Then take turns opening up a little more each time. Let it grow naturally. Sharing experiences and emotions deepens bonds over time. Chapter 14. Navigating groups. Every group has patterns, energy, leaders, connectors. Pay attention. Are people excited? Calm. Distracted? You can help the group by adding what's missing. More calm, energy, humor, or focus. Help others shine. You don't have to lead loudly. Just guide gently. Being a subtle influence makes you a trusted advisor, not just a bossy leader. Chapter 15. Build a real network. Forget networking. It's not about collecting business cards. Build relationships. A real network grows by helping people, introducing them to others, and following up with care. People connect you with others, focused on being useful, kind, and thoughtful. Not everyone will click, and that's okay. Nurture the connections that feel right. Those who connect you with the right people are invaluable. You don't need a ton of contacts. You need quality connections built on mutual trust and value. So remember, being good at social situations takes practice and understanding, but it's definitely possible. If you enjoyed these tips, stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.